Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. It is indeed said that when spider web unite, they can indeed tie up even a lion. Hey, it's not a small something, no. Royal Brohaha as Giesi elders pit fire on Igbi and Blublo. You will tell us if you married Ooni of Ife or if Ooni of Ife married you. As Igbi Blublo swore they will never leave palace for Queen Naomi. Where is this coming from? As we are hearing, they said that in the bid to, meet up the 21 days that Ifa gave them to get Naomi back into the palace and get everything running well again before they unleash calamity on the royal family. They said Giesi family had to intervene to see how they can do some damage control and also kind of take things to where they want it to be. So last week we got an information that was making the round on social media, a rumor that the Giesi family has decided that, look, it is as simple as ABC. It's a straightforward thing that any wife who is ready to be quiet and stay married to Kabiyesi would move back to where Kabiyesi wants them to be. That is the Olori quarters. And anybody who refuses to go to the Olori's quarters will sign a divorce and will live quietly. Giesi family is said to be, giving them just these two options. There's no option of, I want to stay here, or that they are beating around the bush, that they are doing, acting as if they are bigger than their husband and all of that. They said the Giesi family gave just two options. You either move back and stay quietly in the in the Olori mansion, or you move out of the palace and you drop their name, the Ogunsi, and you get the hell, get going, go, and start up your business and, do your problem, make your problem wherever you want, but no longer in the family house, which is, no longer in the royal palace. So, now, that was the option they gave them. And on top of that option, they say if you agree to move into the Olori quarters, you take an oath that you will never, ever, ever trouble Kabiyesi, Olori Naomi, and Tade Nikawo again, and you will stay put. No coming back into the palace. They said this was what the Giesi family decided, okay? Now, they said they summoned the wives and they told them this, okay? But the ones who are the flight lieutenant, like some of our commenters will say, the flight lieutenant said no, that they are not going anywhere. Nobody's going to push them out of the palace again. They are not going to go and stay inside any Olori mansion. That is never going to happen. They will never do it. And they said that now the Giesi house is saying, you guys would tell us if you married Kabiyesi or Kabiyesi married you. That is exactly what the Giesi family is saying. And when they are ready, you are going to move. So this week that we are saying is going to be a whole lot of wahala, the way we are saying it, because the Giesi family, they are not, or their modus operandus is different from that of the Ooni of Ife. Remember when the Ooni of Ife was rumored to have told them and the family to move their children out of the palace and go and keep them, that was not part of the agreement from time immemorial. They ignored the Ooni of Ife. Like nobody acted as if Kabiyesi said anything. Giesi family came, they moved them immediately. Like they are not coming to say, I'm giving you the last chance and all of that. They said they moved immediately because they stayed in the palace until they were sure that the palace was clear and clean. Now, the reason why you see a lot of people will say, what is their business? It is their business, okay? It is their business, okay? Now, the reason happens to be that should anything go wrong right now, that throne, it has taken them a very long time to be on the throne of Oduduwa. That's the Giesi family. The Ooni of Ife, I mean the Ile Ife, you all know that they have 4 ruling houses, okay? And so I don't know all of them, but I know the Giesi, where Ooni of Ife comes from. I know the Lafogidi, where Ebony comes from. I know the Ogboru. I don't know if that's where who comes from Ogboru there? I don't know. But I think Blublo is also Lafogidi. I am not sure, but I think it's the same ruling house with Ebony. So um they have 4 ruling houses, and for a very long time they were Giesi was so marginalized until they even took this matter to court, and at the end of the day Giesi got that place, okay? And now if anything goes wrong, you all are aware that they are not going to give Giesi back the position. Now, by the grace of God, one thing that we notice about their Onis, the Obas, they live really long. By God's grace, to the glory of God, they live really long. So Kabiyesi, with due respect, that is the Ooni of Ife, with due respect, is still, with due respect, please, he's still very young. He's only going to be 50 in October, right? He will be 50 in October. Now, just say if God gives him another 50 years on earth, or God gives him another 48 years or 49 years, we are talking about 48 years from now, or we are talking about 50 years from now, okay? And so, if anything goes wrong and Ooni of Ife is dethroned now, Giesi house loses everything for the next 58 years, where maybe God would have served the Ooni of Ife to live. Do you understand? So this is very important, and it's important that they have decided to get up to think of what they can do. Now, the reason why we have that they are deciding to think of what they can do, it is because they feel that Ooni of Ife is under some kind of serious, heavy influence. He came out of it and he entered again. Like he came out of it and he went back to that influence again. And they feel like he may not necessarily know what he is doing. And this is not to say the Ooni of Ife does not have a right traditionally to marry as many wives as possible. He has, because in time past, their Onis have married so many different wives, many wives, okay? Like the 48th or 49th, no, 47th Ooni of Ife married up to 40 wives, if I am not mistaken. And if others are not exaggerating, at least that's the rumor we heard, okay? And so Ooni of Ife has the right to marry as many wives as possible, but he has to be in the right frame of mind to guide their decisions so it does not affect the people or the throne of Oduduwa. But under the circumstances, if the rumor we are hearing is true, this is not the case, okay? And so that's the reason why, the Giesi house had to stand up to say, look, this has got to stop. Enough is enough. We need to join forces together to ensure that this does not snowball into something that the entire Giesi house will regret. And that is why they are taking this whole thing in their hands. And so they said to Blublo and Igbi that you will tell us if you married Kabiyesi or Kabiyesi married you, because these women are saying that nobody has the right to tell them what to do. Nobody has the right to throw them out of their matrimonial home. Nobody has the right that from the beginning, when they entered into the marriage, they did not enter with the mind that they are going to marry and stay outside. They entered knowing that they're going to marry and stay with their husband in the palace. And so they are not getting out. And Giesi family said to them that you do not know what you are doing, because this is not Kabiyesi's decision. It is our mutual decision to ensure that you live where your husband wants you to live. And they said Kabiyesi bought that gave them that authorization, even though the court also gave them authorization to do what they need to do to bring sanity to the situation. Now, and if this information is true, this is what we are hearing. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.